Hey there, plant lovers. Ever wonder which houseplants can actually stick around long enough to outlive your Netflix subscription, and maybe even you? Well, today we're diving into the 15 longest-lived houseplants that'll keep your indoor garden thriving for decades, not just seasons. These are the tough, loyal types that don't flinch if you forget to water them once in a while. From slow-growing legends to leafy companions that age like fine wine, this list is packed with green survivors. So, grab your coffee, glance over at that droopy fern, and let's see which plants deserve a forever spot in your home. Because if you're gonna grow something, it might as well be something that sticks around. The dragon tree is one of those plants that feels like it's been around forever, and honestly, it probably has. This hardy houseplant can live well over 40 years if you treat it right, which makes it one of the longest-lived plants you can keep indoors. It's native to Madagascar and parts of Africa, which explains why it's so chill about dry conditions and less than perfect care. You can skip a few waterings, and it'll still stand tall with those spiky, green-red leaves that look like something out of a desert movie scene. The best part? It's a natural air purifier. NASA even listed it among the top plants for cleaning indoor air. It loves bright, indirect light, though it can tolerate low light too, which makes it perfect for offices, bedrooms, or any space that could use a little low-maintenance life. Over time, it grows into a tree-like beauty that gives off total tropical vibes, like a mini palm tree that's decided to move in permanently. The Monstera, better known as the Swiss cheese plant, is basically the rock star of the indoor jungle world. It can live for decades, some have been passed down through families like leafy heirlooms. What makes it stand out are those iconic split leaves that get bigger and more dramatic with age, giving any room that lush, tropical vibe. It thrives in bright, indirect light and likes its soil slightly moist, but not soggy. Think of it as a plant that enjoys a drink, just not a swim. Give it a moss pole or trellis, and it'll happily climb its way toward the ceiling, turning your living room into a mini rainforest. Plus, it's one of the few plants that looks even better as it matures, so you're literally watching it glow up year after year. Keep it happy, and your Monstera will stick around long enough to witness multiple apartment moves and furniture trends. The rubber plant is one of those old-school classics that just never goes out of style, and for good reason. This glossy-leaved beauty can live for 50 years or more, and in the right indoor setup, it'll quietly grow into a statement tree that can hit 6 to 10 feet tall. It's originally from South Asia, which explains why it loves bright, filtered light and warm, humid air. The thick, shiny leaves aren't just pretty, they're also dust magnets and air purifiers, keeping your indoor air cleaner than most modern gadgets. It doesn't need constant attention either, just water it when the top inch of soil feels dry, and it'll keep doing its thing. Over time, those rich green or burgundy leaves start to look like living furniture, sleek, bold, and timeless. Honestly, the rubber plant is that dependable roommate who looks good, doesn't complain, and somehow makes your home feel more alive year after year. The Fiddle Leaf Fig is basically the diva of houseplants, but when it's happy, it's unbeatable. With those massive violin-shaped leaves and bold, sculptural looks, it instantly upgrades any space, which is why interior designers can't stop using it. In ideal indoor conditions, this plant can live up to 25 to 50 years, growing taller than most people and turning into a full-blown indoor tree. It loves bright, indirect sunlight, near a big window is its happy place, and consistent watering without letting the soil get soggy. It can be a little dramatic if you move it too much or forget to water, but once it settles, it thrives like a superstar. What's cool is that each new leaf feels like a small victory, growing shiny and strong, showing it's loving your care. The Fiddle Leaf Fig might demand attention, but in return, it gives your home that lush, high-end look people pay decorators to achieve. The Sweetheart Waxplant, or Hoya Carey, is basically the definition of a plant with personality. Those heart-shaped leaves aren't just adorable, they're a long-term commitment, because this little beauty can live for decades with the right care. Native to Southeast Asia, it thrives in bright, indirect light and actually prefers to dry out between waterings, making it a great pick for forgetful plant parents. Its thick, waxy leaves store water like a succulent, so it's low maintenance but still brings that tropical, romantic vibe to your space. When mature, it rewards your patience with clusters of tiny, star-shaped flowers that smell incredible, especially at night. Whether you grow it as a single-leaf cutie in a pot or let it trail dramatically from a hanging basket, the Sweetheart Waxplant is one of those plants that quietly grows with you through the years, chill, charming, and built to last. The peace lily is one of those plants that just never lets you down, elegant, easygoing, and practically immortal when treated right. This graceful beauty can live over 15 to even 20 years indoors, thriving on a simple care routine. It loves medium to low light, making it perfect for rooms that don't get tons of sun, and it tells you exactly when it's thirsty. Its leaves droop a little, then bounce right back after watering. Native to the tropical forests of Central and South America, it enjoys slightly moist soil and warm, humid air, but it's forgiving if you miss a day or two. Beyond the looks, the peace lily is also one of NASA's top-rated air purifying plants, removing toxins like formaldehyde and benzene from indoor air. Those sleek white blooms that pop up throughout the year give your home a calm, spa-like feel, making this plant a total keeper for anyone who loves peaceful green vibes that actually last. The whale Fin Sansevieria is the definition of a plant with presence, big, bold, and nearly impossible to kill. With its single, paddle-shaped leaf that can grow over 3 feet tall, it's a true statement piece in any indoor garden. This slow grower hails from Central Africa and can easily live 25 years or more with minimal effort. It thrives on neglect, literally. Give it bright, indirect light or even a darker corner, water it once every few weeks, and it'll stay standing tall like nothing happened. Its thick, leathery leaf stores tons of water, making it drought-resistant and perfect for busy plant owners. Plus, like its snake plant cousins, it quietly purifies your air while looking like modern art. The whale fin doesn't rush, every inch of growth feels earned, but that's what makes it so special. It's the strong, silent type of plant that sticks around for the long haul. The Pilea, often called the Chinese money plant, is that cheerful, easygoing buddy every plant lover needs. With its round, coin-shaped leaves and quirky personality, it's not just cute, it's resilient enough to live for decades when cared for right. Originally from the Yunnan province in China, this little legend thrives in bright, indirect light and needs water only when the top inch of soil dries out. What's fun is how fast it multiplies. Pilea pups pop up around the base, letting you replant or share them with friends, which is why it's nicknamed the friendship plant. It's a natural air purifier too, adding fresh oxygen while bringing that calm, balanced energy to your space. Keep it slightly rotated so it grows evenly, and over time, you'll have a full, lush, happy plant that's more like a green family member than just decor. The string of pearls is the ultimate conversation starter in any indoor garden, looking like a cascade of tiny green beads spilling gracefully from a pot or hanging basket. This succulent can live for decades with the right care, slowly forming long, trailing strands that give your space a whimsical, almost magical vibe. Native to South Africa, it loves bright, indirect light and well-draining soil, and it only needs water when the soil is completely dry, making it low maintenance but rewarding. Those little pearl-like leaves store water, so it's drought-tolerant, but keep an eye on them, overwatering is its biggest enemy. It's also a fun plant to propagate, letting you create new strings from cuttings to expand your green collection or share with friends. Over time, its trails can grow several feet long, transforming a simple shelf or corner into a living piece of art. The string of pearls proves that patience pays off, and with a little attention, it'll be dazzling your indoor garden for years to come. Aloe Vera is one of those classic houseplants that earns its spot in your home, not just for looks but for actual usefulness. This hardy succulent can live 25 years or more indoors, slowly forming thick, fleshy leaves packed with natural gel that's famous for soothing burns and skin irritations. Native to the Arabian Peninsula, it thrives in bright, indirect sunlight and needs well-draining soil with water only when the soil is completely dry, making it practically bulletproof for beginner plant owners. Over time, aloe develops a rosette shape that's both sculptural and functional, giving your space a clean, modern look. It's also a natural air purifier, quietly filtering out indoor toxins while looking effortlessly cool. The best part is watching it slowly mature and occasionally produce those striking yellow or orange flowers, turning your simple pot into a small indoor garden showpiece. Aloe Vera proves that low maintenance can still be rewarding and long-lasting, making it a must-have for any indoor plant collection. The zebra plant, or Aphelandra scarosa, is a striking indoor favorite that brings instant drama with its bold, dark green leaves striped with bright white veins. Native to Brazil, this tropical beauty can live for decades if you provide the right care, making it a standout long-term addition to any indoor garden. It loves bright, indirect light and thrives in consistently moist soil, though it doesn't like to sit in water, so proper drainage is key. The real showstopper is when it blooms, spikes of brilliant yellow flowers appear, often lasting several weeks, giving your space a pop of unexpected color. Its compact size makes it perfect for tabletops or shelves, while the lush foliage creates a tropical vibe that's hard to beat. With a little attention to humidity and watering, the zebra plant rewards patience, slowly maturing into a bold, eye-catching companion that keeps your indoor garden lively for years. The Alocasia Tiny Dancer is a petite powerhouse that punches way above its weight in style and longevity. With its delicate, arrow-shaped leaves that shimmer in shades of green and silver, this little tropical stunner can live for decades if you give it the right care. Native to Southeast Asia, it thrives in bright, indirect light and loves consistently moist soil without being soggy, plus a little extra humidity keeps those leaves looking their best. Its compact size makes it perfect for desks, shelves, or small corners, but don't be fooled, it still has a dramatic presence that makes any space feel lush and alive. Over time, it slowly grows new leaves, each one a perfect miniature of elegance and charm, showing off its graceful, dancing-like posture. With patience, proper watering, and occasional misting, the Alocasia Tiny Dancer becomes more than a plant. It's a long-term green companion that elevates your indoor garden year after year. The jade plant is the ultimate symbol of longevity and good vibes in any indoor garden, and for good reason. This succulent can easily live 50 years or more, growing slowly into a sturdy, tree-like shape with thick, glossy leaves that store water and look like little green coins. Native to South Africa and Mozambique, it thrives in bright, indirect sunlight and prefers soil that's allowed to dry out between waterings, making it perfect for busy or forgetful plant owners. Over time, it develops a strong, woody trunk that gives it a bonsai-like appeal, and it occasionally rewards you with clusters of tiny, star-shaped white or pink flowers in the spring. The jade plant is more than just a decorative piece. It's practically a living heirloom, adding character and a sense of calm longevity to your home. With minimal care, it becomes a resilient, eye-catching companion that can stick with you for decades. The Norfolk Pine is one of those plants that brings instant evergreen charm to your indoor space while quietly proving it can stick around for decades. Unlike typical pines, this tropical species thrives indoors and can live 50 years or more with the right care, slowly growing into a full, tree-like shape that's perfect for living rooms or corners that need a vertical pop. It prefers bright, indirect light and consistently moist soil, though it doesn't like to sit in water, and occasional misting helps mimic its natural humid environment. Over time, the soft, feathery needles and symmetrical branching create a lush, elegant presence that feels both festive and timeless. While it grows slowly, that's part of its charm. You watch it mature gracefully year after year, adding a calm, green focal point to your home. The Norfolk Pine proves that patience pays off, rewarding consistent care with decades of natural beauty and indoor serenity. The cast iron plant is basically the superhero of houseplants, nearly indestructible and built to last for decades. Native to Japan, it earned its name because it can survive almost anything. Low light, irregular watering, and even occasional neglect, making it perfect for busy or forgetful plant owners. With long, glossy dark green leaves that slowly arch outward, it adds a bold, elegant touch to any corner or office space. This slow-growing beauty can easily live 50 years or more indoors, quietly maturing into a lush, hardy companion that almost feels like part of the furniture. It prefers well-draining soil and occasional watering, thriving without fuss, and its resilience makes it ideal for low-light rooms that other plants would avoid. Over time, the cast iron plant becomes a statement of longevity and strength, showing that sometimes the toughest plants are also the most rewarding. And that's a wrap on our tour of the 15 longest-lived houseplants you can bring into your indoor garden. From the bold presence of the dragon tree to the charming resilience of the cast iron plant, each one proves that with a little care, your green companions can stick around for decades, adding beauty, personality, and even cleaner air to your home. Whether you're a beginner or a seasoned plant parent, there's something here for everyone, and the best part is watching these plants grow with you over the years. If you enjoyed this guide, don't forget to like, comment your favorite plant, and subscribe for more indoor gardening tips and plant inspiration. Keep growing, keep thriving, and let your indoor jungle flourish.